We are back. This is Kevin Johnson of Leverage Consulting, and you are listening to the next installment of the Organizational Excellence Podcast. Today's topic is a fun one because it's something that I experienced the other day. It's always fun being on the other side of the fence and getting to see and hear things. As you've probably picked up by some of my other podcasts, I am a habitual people watcher. And this is one that I got to experience. Sometimes I see these things when I'm working with clients and obviously becomes an opportunity. But this is one where I was on the other side of the desk and I was the customer and I got to experience it firsthand. So it leads me to this one point that sometimes the most impactful things in life can technically be some of the simplest. And my point for today is positivity rules. So here was a scenario. I took a somewhat sizable purchase back to a retail store and I placed it on the counter and I said, I want to return this. And what happened after that, and I counted it because again, I can't turn my consulting brain off, is there were 7 instances where the salesperson led with negative responses. And again, sometimes the simplest things in life are the most impactful. So think of like how we could compare and contrast with this. There were 7 instances where she led with negativity. So for example, I put it up on the counter. I tell her what I want to do. And her first response is, I can't return this without a receipt. Okay. Well, that's probably not a great start for things. So then I showed her the receipt. Okay, we're good. Then she looks up the stock of what they have on hand, and she says, we don't have any more. Now, mind you, this is a national retailer, and I asked, so if you don't have any more in the store, do you have any anywhere within the network of your stores or within the warehouses? She spends another 10 seconds, looks it up. Yes, we do have more, but they're not here in the store. Okay, again, another negative, but it's one of those things where, okay, if we led with positivity, we might say, don't have any more in the store, but I can find one at another store and have it shipped to your house. The next one along the way was, it won't be delivered until. So it, in a sense, she was almost assuming that I needed it today and don't even know that I don't need this item for maybe a week or 2. So interestingly enough, and it kind of kept going on and on and on from there. She even asked me at one point whether I was having a bad day, which I was smiling when I got there, but all of her negative questions, let's just say, was not adding to the positivity of our interaction. And the funny part was, that's her standard question that she asks everyone, have you had a bad day? Instead of, how's your day going? Or how have you had a good day or anything like that? So I think if you go back and look at your own interactions when you are working with your own customers or your clients, your team members, we can always lead with what can't be done. I do believe most all of us gravitate towards people that have a positive outlook on things. And yes, the negative response to things can oftentimes fuel the fire for the drama and other things. And yes, people like to comment and post and talk in shadows about things that are not the most positive. But if you want results, if you want to have a better day, if you want to have a better outcome, which I think any individual, when you get them one-on-one or you get a business owner or manager, we all want a more positive or a better numerical outcome to things. And it's going to start with positivity. So the positivity starts with, what can I do for you? How soon can I get this item to you? How soon can we schedule a one-on-one meeting? All of those things are positive and geared towards what I can do as opposed to what I can't do. So when you go back and start looking at not only what we're saying, but the body language that we have, and start looking at how we're structuring things. Even if someone's asking you for something that you might think is a wee bit outlandish, again, work it back into conversation with what you can do. That positive outlook on things will still lead your client, your customer, your patient towards what you can do for them, which in the end, any of us are looking to figure out what we can do to help someone else. Martin Luther King Day was just the last few days, and you look at one of his most famous quotes, and it's all about what can you do for someone else. And quite honestly, when you are in a service-related industry, that's what we're here to do, is to do for others or help others. So if you concentrate your scripting in a positive way and what I can do to help someone else, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to win. So with that was your Organizational Excellence Podcast for today. As I said before, I've got some other great content I'll be bringing to you. Stay tuned because it will be out soon.